Hey. Hi. Hi. Got myself a drink. A little eyeball drink. I don't know which camera to look at. Who do I look at? Doesn't matter. I always say that. Nothing matters. Nothing. I can already smell it. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of liquid on me. That's some good stuff. Welcome back to another magnificent episode. Ooh, I can take a drink here. No, that don't work. No. Disappointing. What are we doing? We're doing the same thing we do every week. We're all doing the same thing. Aren't you doing the same thing every week, every day, every goddamn day? It's like that until you're dead. But yeah, meditations for mortals. Right there. All right. So we're gonna be reading another chapter. This is a weekly thing. It's gonna become a thing. We're just gonna stay here and read books like an adult. Drink on some sippy, drinky, lean, you know what I'm saying? Get a little caffeinated and get educated while getting caffeinated. Today's day 7. Day 7. Let the future be the future. I can't read that. Can you help me? I can't get in the lighting. Uncrossing bridges when you come to them. This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one, I can already tell. Hello, Daxie. Have you coming to join us? You coming to meow our ears off? Little tush. It's very fluffy. It's a tushy. What is anxiety? This is why you get booted. If you chew on the cords, you die. You live, right? All right. Look how many pages we got today. We only have 1, 2, 3, about 4 pages, but I'm gonna make it feel like it's 10. You need to chill. Look at this. How am I supposed to read? Huh? I can't. You want to be in face? We're gonna have to lock her away. But that would be sad. We can't lock Dax away. She just wants love. Oh, there you go. Sit down. Just sit. No. Still not finished. All right, let me read here. Let me give it my best. I can remember exactly where I was when I was struck by the full force of a phrase I must have heard by the point 1,000 times since childhood. We'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Don't we all hate that shit? You learn when you're older. Screw that shit. When I have kids, they're gonna learn as soon as they're asking the questions. You know why? If they're asking the questions, they're ready. They're ready. If it's on their mind, more than likely they're not gonna comprehend if it's that complex, and they're gonna move on. That's what we do as adults anyway. So yeah. I hate that shit. Let's see what the author thinks. Let's move on. I was waiting for a train at the Union Street subway station in Brooklyn and fretting in my customary manner, this time about the logistics of a forthcoming move between apartments. What? What do you need? Are you trying to whisper me a secret? Do you have something to say? No, nothing as usual. Though it could have been anything, I was waiting to hear if I'd be able to move on the date I wanted, which I wouldn't. Dex, get your ass out of my face. Where was I? I was waiting to hear if I'd been able to move on the date I wanted, which I couldn't know until the departing tenant had finalized her plans. Suddenly, all this mental fidgeting struck me as absurd. And in a profound way, I was seeking to treasure myself on a question about which, as philosophers like to say, where there was no fact of the matter. It wasn't merely that I didn't know the answer yet, it was that no answer would even exist until a point in the new future. This was a bridge I had no option but to cross when I came to it. Oh, I see where he's going now with this. I'm seeing where he's going. It's not about the children asking, you'll learn when I'm older. It's dealing with things as they go. I see. I'm gonna close this book on her tail. Squish. Whoa, getting scared there. Getting scared of fridge sound. My fridge stopped. The motor stopped in the fridge and she jumped. So scared. So scary being a cat. What a scared little world we live in. Alright. Sorry, I'm just getting sidetracked. Where were we? Oh, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna go for a row after this. Nice little row, some cardio. Get 30 minutes in. Dax, stop chewing on the cord. Certain forms of human finitude are easy enough to perceive, our limited amount of time, for example, or our limited ability to control how others act. But it can be harder to notice one of the most significant ones, the way we're hopelessly trapped in the present, confined to this temporal locality, unable to even stand on tiptoes and peer over the fence into the future to check that everything's all right there. This is deeply disturbing because it means that we suffer from what the psychologist Robert Saltzman calls total vulnerability to events. It's always the case that absolutely anything, or at least anything consistent with the laws of physics, could happen at any moment. In the very next second, a beloved friend or companion could be lost forever in an instant. It may not be remotely like that. Say, a sinkhole will yawn open and swallow me on the next trip to purchase groceries, but the unavoidable truth is that I can never rule it out. It's true. You never know what's the next second. Someone could be at my front door, banging on it, with a gun, loaded. I answer, I'm like, hello, Bob. I'm gone. No other thoughts. Over. Instant. Could have a heart attack right now. Unlikely, but maybe. You never know. You never know. You could watch in this very moment. You right here listening to my words. This could be it for you. So stop being so negative all the time and find a way to enjoy that moment, because you only have so many moments. If you're about my age, I'm about 30. Turning 30 next week, actually. And if you're about my age, if you think about it, you're lucky if you got 30 more Christmases. Huh? A little scary, huh? 30 more Halloweens. 30 more St. Patty's Days. 30 more something. I'm just saying that because I'll be 60. You know, hopefully we're going to go further than that, but you get the idea. There's not many of those left. And the way life goes, we're getting off topic, but that's okay. We're not off topic, but we're not reading. But there's no rules here, okay? I can do whatever I want. And I'm saying, enjoy those little moments, because you only got so many of them. Why am I looking at that camera? This is the main camera. I should be looking at you. I prefer this one. Feels less scary. Looks less intimidating. She has something more important than I to say. Go ahead. What do you got? She's jealous. I give you guys more attention than her. She's biting on it. It's only $30 mic. What was I saying? Who knows? Enjoy life. Enjoy life. Breathe air. Somehow, I know we're all gonna get there and feel so wonderful. Drake and Josh. Yeah, I don't have to spill it out for you. Okay, where were we? We were talking about something. About dying, right? Unavoidable truth. That you're never gonna figure out the future. My wife vividly recalls the moment in her teens after a childhood steeped in movie going, when she realized that if something obliteratingly, I'm learning to read still. Obliteratingly. Something obliteratingly awful were to happen to her or to someone she loved, it wouldn't be foreshadowed by sinister film music. No, it would just happen. Anything always could. I always thought about that too. When you're watching movies, it's very theatric when people die and just events happening. It's never like that in real life. It's just like, it's almost surreal, like it's not really happening. Every time something happens, especially when it's more so bad. Even the good things, it's like the really good things, like this is real. It never really sets in until you're doing it. And it almost becomes mundane. Quite weird. The main way we try to resist this horrifying state of affairs is by worrying. What is worry? At its core, the activity of a mind attempting to picture every single bridge that might possibly have to be crossed in the future when trying to figure out how to cross it. The compulsive and repetitious character of worry arises from the fact that for finite humans, this goal is undoubtedly impossible. Firstly, we can't possibly think of every challenge we might end up facing. Secondly, even if we could, the solace we crave could only come from knowing we made it safely over the bridge in question, which we can't ever know until we actually crossed it. Thus, as Hannah Arendt writes, constantly bound by craving and fear to the future full of uncertainties, we strip each present moment of its calm, its intrinsic import, which we are unable to enjoy, and so the future destroys the present. Whoa. It's true. Let me take another sip here. Little Daxie, he's snuggled away. Just got her face snuggled in my elbow, but I gotta move my elbow, so she's gonna be like, what are you doing? I'm getting a drink. Alright, we're getting a drink. She said, don't do it. Put your arm back down. I was comfy. You're disturbing me. Oh, that is so good. You guys gotta try this. I don't get paid. I'm just telling you the truth. It's a good energy drink. It's good for your brain, they say. I don't know.
Everyone's trying to sell you something. I'm not trying to sell you anything here. Just trying to enjoy my time with you. All right? Trying to sell you me. I'm a whore. We're all whores, though, really. You know? You sell your body for that 9 to 5. I'm here trying to get your attention. Everyone's a whore. Don't forget. Just different ways. Where were we? Future destroys. Yes. Future. Yes, we destroy the present with the future. Worrying. I'm always preaching this shit. We're muddying the waters up in the brain. We got our antennas and we're picking up frequencies all over the place, but nothing's really ever happening. Like, look at me, I'm sitting here. How could I find anything to complain about? But I could find hundreds of things to complain about right now. But I can go the opposite way and find 100 positive things to find out, to be thankful for. Like, I have all 10 of my toes, we could start there. I have a working penis. That's pretty good, I'll enjoy that while I can. Anyway, future, present, that's a good album. There's a tendency in self-help circles to portray worry as an act of irrational foolishness. I would say it's a normal mechanism, but in the prehistoric environment in which humans evolved, it made perfect sense. Things happened fast there. If you heard a rustling in the bushes, it was vital to fixate on wondering what that might be causing it. A reaction that was accompanied by a spike of anxiety. That response would have kept you alert until a few seconds later, when you can confirm it was only a harmless bird. The trouble is that today we live in what's been called a delayed return environment, in which it can take weeks or months to discover if a potential problem is real or not, if your worry concerns something less immediate than a rustling in the bushes. If it's about, say, whether you... Man, I lost my page. Shouldn't have committed to the bit of that stupid licking joke. If it's about, say, whether your application for funding will be approved when the grants committee meets the month after next, then there's no useful behavior for your anxiety to motivate, and nowhere for it to go, so it lingers in loops, distracting you from the task that might actually have helped you construct a more difficult, more secure future. Sorry, I was burping. Just because certainty about the future is off the table, though, it doesn't mean you can't feel confident in your abilities to deal with the future when it does eventually arrive. As the celebrated Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius reassures readers of his Meditations, never let future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. It's good shit. That's good shit. You could say the worrier gets things exactly backwards. He's so terrified that he might not be able to rely on his inner resources later on when he reaches a bridge that needs crossing, that he makes superhuman efforts to bring the future under his control right now. In fact, he should devote less energy to manipulating the future and more faith in his capacity to handle things once the challenge actually arrives. If it arrives, that is. Marcus's phrase, "if you have to," is a useful reminder that most of the bridges we worry about never end up needing to be crossed at all. Isn't that good shit? We're almost done here. Got 2 paragraphs left. But that's good stuff. Stop worrying. Deal with your shit today. You got problems today, fix them. The other problems will arise. Don't worry about it. Go on about your shit. Deal with things as they come up. This is pretty simple advice, but good advice. Good stuff, guys. Deal with your shit. Like you said, the shit you worry about. And all of us do it. That only makes you human. Not spiraling out. That's the goal here, To have more of a relaxed life. Have more laid back, because you don't want to be uptight and worried about everything. That's just lame. It's lame. Who wants to be worried all the time? Most stuff never even happens. That's how I look at it. God, I got scared that I wasn't recording. I had a little heart attack. Little anxiety spike. If it's happened to me before, that would have been disappointing. This would all have been lost. And that's the feeling I've gotten. Anyway, the fact that you can't cross bridges before you come to them is liable to seem dispiriting, as if it leaves us with no option but to keep trudging vulnerably into the fog, trying not to think about sinkholes. But it contains a hidden gift. After all, if you're hopelessly trapped in the present, it follows that your responsibility can only ever be the very next moment. Your job is always simply to do what Carl Jung calls the next and most necessary thing as best as you can. One great paragraph after the next. One step at a time, baby. You got where you're at right now because that's what you've been doing. You can't live in the future. All right, last paragraph. We'll depart from each other. Now and then, to be sure, the next most necessary thing might be a little judicious planning for the future, but you can do that. then let go of it and move on. You needn't try to live mentally 10 steps ahead of yourself, straining to feel sure about what's coming later. You get to stop fretting about literally everything other than how to spend the next instant in a wise, enjoyable, or otherwise meaningful fashion. Finite human beings need never worry about anything else. I just want to shed a tear. It's so beautiful. It's a damn good book. If this is your first time hearing about it, go buy this guy's book. Oliver Burke, man. Great stuff. Good. Fantastic. We're gonna be on week 2 next week. Day 8. Next week's little sneak peek we got. Taking action. Who knows what that will be? I'm excited though. I'm excited to come back here. I'm just looking for the thumbnail. That's what this is. I'm shopping around. Where should it go? What got you here? Was it this? Looks stupid. We go for authentic thumbnails here. We've never not done an authentic thumbnail. We've never modified our thumbnails. Only straight from the source. Never fooled you. We take pride in that here. Who's we? It's me. All right. These only get more and more fun for me. These little videos. Especially these book readings. Never thought I'd be doing this, but we're doing it. Out of the shot. Yeah. And then at the end of the videos, we just talk. We stay a little longer. We overstay our welcome. We indulge in conversations. You know, the party's over. We're mingling. We're talking. We're catching up. What's going on? It's Thursday today. What's tomorrow? It's Friday. It's Pizza Friday. You know what that means. Pizza Friday. Good stuff. We got a little Daxie just chilling. We got a little warm spot. A little keep me warm. Nothing's complete. It's not a real book reading without Daxie. Isn't that right? She's like, you're saying my name. I love you when you say my name. Okay, I got nothing else to add. Thank you guys for showing up and drinking the drink. You see that? Yeah, stupid. Yeah, I know. I never want to go, but I got nothing else to add here. So yeah, good chapter. Stop stressing. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You know, 1 foot. Breathe, baby. Relax. You ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Here's our little Dax. She's not worried about tomorrow. She just wants her pets. She just always meow, food. Oh, I'm gonna shit in a box. That's my life. All right, I'm really out. I got nothing else. We at the bottom of the barrel of talking, so I will see you. You'll see me in the next segment, the next episode. Get out of here. Go. You wanna say something to them? Daxie? Meow.